go ahead, I got this.
Alright. Following you, Sea Moose.
Hey guys, this is Stinger from the Ghost Squadron Airsoft team, and today I'm bringing you some Airsoft gameplay from the 14th of September 2014 rec game at Action Paintball, hosted by the Suicide Kings on MIA. This was just a simple force on force, first match of the day. It was kind of cold and wet this early morning, but throughout the day it warmed up and got a lot nicer. Sea Moose, his friend, and I headed off to the left side where it's kind of forested and swampy, and we basically just set up a defensive perimeter to try and prevent the enemies from advancing.
They're moving right to left right now.
We were quickly outnumbered, with 4 or 5 of them being off to our left that had moved around about just as fast as we had, and there was only 3 of us. They also had plenty of reinforcements off to our right.
I have no visual. He's moving left to the fence.
Okay.
Dude, he's way left.
There's more of them off to the right.
Behind that fence right now. He's down.
Oh, I see him.
Ah, hit! I thought he went down.
Got him.
As they started to get closer, I prepared myself for a little bit of closer combat, just because I didn't want to shoot anybody up close with my Wraith, which is shooting just under 400 FPS, and I had a 20-foot engagement limit, so I knew that they were going to be getting close or even getting inside of that engagement limit. And I should have had my sidearm loaded ahead of time, but for whatever reason I just didn't, so that's why I loaded it right then, and you'll see it comes in quite handy later on. If you're wondering why my gun was misfiring like that, it does it kind of throughout the video. It's mostly just because the high cap I was using, it was my Lonex flash mag, which is better than most high caps, but my gun doesn't like the uneven pressure that a high cap will place on the BBs, unlike a mid cap. At this point, I was actually almost surrounded by enemy forces. I had guys all in front of me, which I, of course, was shooting at. I knew about them. I also had some guys off to the right that I was hearing, but I wasn't quite sure if they were enemies or friendly. I hadn't been in contact with any friendlies for a long time since Seamoose and his friend got out, so I just kind of assumed that they were enemies, and I kept checking over to the right that way, just to see, because I kept hearing things. And you'll find that they actually pushed up past me, and I was pretty far behind enemy lines at this point.
Can't believe you snuck up that close before I saw you.
I didn't see you either.
So at this point, I realized that I had to get out of there fast, and I took advantage of an opportunity where some enemies had snuck up behind me.
You both out?
Yeah.
Green! 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 Green!
My primary concern was, of course, that I would get friendly fired.
Thanks for not shooting me.
You know where they're at?
I just took down 3 guys up there.
There's people in the grass up there.
Do you see where I came from, right out of the tall grass? I was within 20 feet of...
Hit!
I'm still getting hit.
So I jumped straight out of the frying pan and into the fire there. As you can see, if it weren't for those kids, I would have been totally wiped out because they took all the hits while I dropped down to the ground. And I knew that I still wasn't safe, even though I was back behind Allied lines. I finally found Seamoose and his friend again, so I linked back up with them, and we decided to try and retake the spot where we had been wiped out from.
I never got hit. Stuck it out myself, yeah. Hold on. Yep. Hit! Hit!
Too many of them you take by force.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I hope you liked that video and enjoyed me doing all kinds of things, avoiding getting destroyed by the enemies. Of course I did get hit at the end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.
Joseph's back here. Yeah. Pretty sure I hit Frankie. Whoa!